guys, what's up? It's my second video of today, which is my January book haul for 2018. The first book that I got this month was Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematory by Caitlin Doughty. This is a non-fiction book about Caitlin's time working at a crematory and what she learned there about how Western society sees death. I have already read this book and I really enjoyed it, and you'll see more about it in my monthly wrap-up. The second book I got was sort of an impulse buy. I had no real plans to get this book, but then I saw it at Kmart for $7, so I thought, why the heck not? And that is Because You Love to Hate Me, 13 Tales of Villainy, which is basically short stories about villains. It's got 13 authors, it's got 13 booktubers, and they all collaborate to make this. Haven't read it, have heard sort of mixed things about it, but I'm probably going to read it one day, so here it is. The next book I got is The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed. This one I actually saw on the Twitter of someone that I went to school with. I was Twitter stalking just a little bit. She is a librarian and she wrote something about this on Twitter saying that everyone should read it, and I was like, that looks actually really interesting, so I'm going to try it out. It follows Grace, Racine and Erin, who are three girls who are like from different social classes in their school. They try and find the truth of what happened to Lucy, who was run out of town after accusing some of the popular guys of gang rape. So this one I'm really interested in. Obviously there would be a trigger warning for it, so I'm actually really excited to get into this one at some point. Next I have The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This one follows Lucy and Josh, and they're rivals at a publishing company which has just been formed as a merger between two other publishing companies, and they sort of have the same position for their respective bosses. This is the hate to love romance trope, and I'm very excited to read this one too. The next one was also an impulse buy while I was waiting for some photos to print. This one I thought I could get it now, and then whenever I'm feeling like down or sad or like uni's really getting to me, I can pick it up, and that is Dogs with Jobs by Laura Greaves. And this is just a whole bunch of anecdotes about dogs around the world that have jobs. Like there's one that can sniff petrol, there's a glucose monitoring dog for someone with diabetes, all sorts of things. It looks like such a heartwarming and mood lifting read, so I'm very excited to put this one aside for when I really need it. The next one that I have is getting a lot of hype on BookTube at the moment because the second one just came out, and that is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. It basically takes place in this world where death by natural causes doesn't exist. They've gotten rid of violence, they've gotten rid of disease, gotten rid of anything that could cause premature death. So the only way that you can die is if someone called a scythe comes to kill you. I believe it follows Citra and Rowan, who are reluctantly becoming scythes. And the second book, Thunderhead, just came out. I'm very excited for both of them. And I did try taking the sticker off, but it took off half the dust jacket. So that sticker's just gonna have to stay there. I've been super into poetry lately, which is weird because I've never been someone who's oh, I love poetry. I'm just sort of yeah, no, I don't really like poetry. But a lot of the poetry I've been reading I've been really loving, so I thought I would do a bit of research and see what poetry books people recommended, and this one came up a lot, and that is No Matter the Wreckage by Sarah Kay. This is another romance book that I have seen on people's favorites of 2017 lists, so I thought I would pick it up, and that is Roomies by Christina Lauren. I'm not too sure what it's about. I know there's a musician, and there's, I think, a play on Broadway, and something like that. Third to last is A Close and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. I read The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet this month, and I absolutely fell in love with it, and I was like, I need to get the rest of this series. The third one comes out later this year, but this one's already out, and I need it in my life. It follows Lovelace and Pepper, both of whom appear in The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, so I'm very excited to see how their stories progress from the end of that book. Hopefully it's going to be just as amazing as The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet was. If you want to know more about The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, check out my January wrap-up, which will be up soonish, probably next week, because I haven't actually filmed it yet. Probably won't be able to film until Saturday. Today is Wednesday, so. And the last books that I have to show you, I have already read, they're just in different editions. So the first one is the City of Bones 10th Anniversary Edition by Cassandra Clare. It's got this really cool fan art. Is it fan art? It's got these really cool colour pictures at the front, and there's illustrations all the way through it. I wasn't going to buy it, but it was only like $16 at Kmart, so I thought that I would benefit from having it on my bookshelf looking pretty. I don't know why. The last books that I'm going to show you in my book haul this month actually just arrived this morning, and I've been waiting for them, and I was so happy that they finally got here. And that is the box set of the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I do already own all of these in the paperback, but Ferris doesn't match up with the rest of them, and I just wanted the pretty hardbacks on the shelf. So I have that now. I'm very happy. I'm very excited to have these in my life. So these are the books that I added to my collection this month. Let me know what books you added to your collection this month, and I will see you next time for my January wrap up. Bye!